All right, welcome back to SouFLoTV again, everybody. It's your host with the most. Two women left childless. Their sons die fighting for their country. This is no combat movie about a soldier that went off to war. This is about the two police officers, the Jamaica Constabulary Force police officers that were gunned down in Spanish Town, Jamaica, just recently. Two women left childless. Their sons die fighting for their country. Now, I'm taking this story from the Jamaica Beacon, and if you want to read the story on your own, there will be a link in the description. If not, just go to jamaicabeacon.com. Okay, check this out. So this story has become the norm. Many women have been crying because they have lost their son, right? On the beautiful island of Jamaica. This time, it's up close and personal with our law enforcement officials. And I know the story is broad because there are a lot of people that are saying, oh, some people only care when it's a police officer that gets killed, but what about the people that they kill and get away with? Other people are saying, hey man, look, police kill people all the time, plus a lot of these police officers are corrupted, so they probably just got what's coming to them, like karma, that type of stuff. End of the day, I try to do these videos to soften that blow. We're all humans, regardless of whatever path we took, and everybody is somebody's child, somebody's relative, okay? Somebody out there cares for that somebody. In these situations, a lot of the times they're leaving behind moms and dads and brothers and sisters and some even children. So it's human life that's snuffed out due to violence. Whatever side of the coin you choose to be on, that's for another debate, right? I do these stories also because when people pass away, you ever notice that Monday they're reported they died? Next week, Monday, it's a funeral. People grieve for about a day or two. No one ever knows the backstory of the individuals. So, those two police officers yesterday, right? The one where the deportee was said to have been killed in a shootout, and he is the one that was responsible for, or one of the ones that were responsible for, as they look for the other men. Two mothers are left without their only child due to a deadly gun attack on police officers yesterday morning, June 12th, 2020, in the usually quiet community of Horizon Park in the Spanish Town area of St. Catherine. Now, the first thing, and this is why I said I had to do this video, the first thing I noticed when reading this, it said two mothers are left without their only child. So is it that for both women, this was their only child? Wow. Okay, so 4 officers were shot, 2 fatally. The deceased are Corporal Dane Biggs, who is originally from Resource District in Manchester, and then you have Constable Ricardo Hilton, and he is from Linstead in St. Catherine. Looking at this picture right here, Constable Ricardo Hilton is to your left, and Constable Dane Biggs is to your right, holding the rifle. Okay. The slain cops who were yet to become fathers, there we go again. When I read more of this and I came to this part right here where it said the slain cops, this is both of them. They were both yet to become fathers. So they didn't even manage to leave their mom a grandchild, as in their legacy will live on because they have children that now walk the earth. They are gone. They didn't have children. And they were both their mother's only children. The details of this story, this is my disclaimer. I'm telling you where I'm taking the story from, but I'm also telling you that the intricate details of the story is what's intriguing to me, but also I have not verified personally if both these men are actually indeed the only child of their mothers, each respectfully, and if they both had no children of their own. So two mothers are left without their only child due to the deadly gun attack on police officers that happened recently. 4 officers in total were shot, 2 fatally, these 2. The slain cops, who were yet to become fathers of their own, they were yet to become fathers, worked in the St. Catherine North Police Division, and they were members of the Emergency Security Measures, or the ESM team, that is based at the National Police College in Jamaica in Spanish Town. Constable Hilton, who is a past student of Claremont or Charlemont High School, rather. I don't want to mess up the pronunciation. I'm sure there's somebody that's going to correct me. So Constable Hilton, he was a past student of Charlemont High School, and he lived with his mother in the Rosemount area of Linstead, but is originally from D-Side District, also in Linstead. He traveled miles away from his home to participate in the tragic pre-dawn operation. Somebody would have said, boy, that's one of the days where it better me did the stand on me yard, call in sick, something. It was his job. He had to go, right? And he traveled miles from his home to go participate in this pre-dawn raid, pre-dawn operation, which the Jamaica Constabulary Force said was intelligence driven. Because a lot of people are saying, they didn't say, why them walk up in the place like that? Why didn't they scope out the place first and do a recon and all that? And the Jamaica Constabulary Force is saying that this operation was intelligence driven, meaning they had inside information, intel, that told them that they were moving in the right direction and this is the place that they were supposed to hit, etc., etc. The 11-member police squad seized a M16 rifle after all was said and done. Meanwhile, Corporal Biggs, who attended Cross Key High School in Manchester, lived with his wife at Harbour Village in the Old Harbour area of St. Catherine. It's a very difficult time for me and my family, said a brother of the late corporal. Meanwhile, a police officer and clergyman, Corporal Cecil Francis, also known as the preaching policeman, described Corporal Biggs as hard-working. And he said he was a very calm and disciplined young man, He is very hard-working. He got slip up in his Christian life until he came back on track, he further told the Beacon. I don't know why a man would have thought about he got slip up in his Christian life, but anyhow, you know how we do already. The clergyman, who is based in Spanish Town Police Station, where he is also a peer counselor, said that he baptized the late Corporal Biggs and later presided over his marriage a few years ago. So Corporal Biggs was baptized. He was a practicing Christian, churchical kind of man, and a police officer as well. And this clergyman is saying that he counseled him, presided over his wedding and all these things. So the man was going about life, living his life, getting married, even though if you're not into it, but he's in his church thing, he's trying to live a godly life, and he's a police officer as well. And the clergyman was among a number of police officers who converged at Spanish Town Hospital, where the bodies of the slain cops were located, and where 2 police officers, including Superintendent Leon Clunis, were undergoing treatment. A lot of people are saying, then at which part SouFlo, you ever see a superintendent go on no kind of raid or these kind of missions with just few people? I want y'all to know that it is said that it was an 11-person squad that went there, 11-member police squad, went there. So it's not like Soup went on his own or went with 2 and 3 people. It was 11. And that's enough to fit 2 tactical teams. The clergyman, who is based in Spanish Town, where he is also a peer counselor, said that he baptized Biggs. The police said they killed a male suspect a few hours after, which we did a video on that as well, showing you the killing transpired during a gun clash at Corville Gardens in St. Andrew. The slain suspect, which was Damian Hamilton, a deportee who is said to have, and this is the part that we had to do a disclaimer on, not for us, but for the amount of people that came over to our channel and said, SouFlo, he's a deportee, you know, but him also was in the US military. And at the Beacon, they reported that as well. And I'm checking days later and it's still there, but it's not true. All right. So he has military background and he reportedly was the police main target at both locations where the operations unfolded. So in other words, the gist of the story was that here was this deportee who, through intelligence, police officers had gathered, knew that this was somebody they had to go for, in the manner of taking 11 officers, 11 team officer over there to go get him, right? Is a dangerous person, this. And they're saying that he was the main target. So obviously you see what's going on there. So they're going for this main target, and these 2 police officers lost their life in the process, because the story is also out there how they were ambushed and gunshots started flying. Police had to fight back and defend themselves. This person who they actually caught, who subsequently was killed, Damian Hamilton, the deportee, I don't know if he was at that location at the first shootout and then he escaped and they found him at another location because they were so hot on his trail, or they went to this location and they got into it with people who just fired on them, but he was not there at that time. I don't know. End of the story is he's dead. Damian Hamilton is dead, and they're saying that he's a deportee. He is not the Marine that we've seen, and there are stories that have been done in other news entities saying he's not the Marine. The Marine is somebody else. They've even went and found that Marine, and he's speaking out saying he's afraid for his life and all these other things, because the mistaken identity thing could be a big deal. If somebody, say for instance, the police was looking for the Marine guy and ran into me, it could have been instant death for me, right? Because I'm a wanted fugitive now, thought to have been killed in a gun battle, but got away and was seen again, so-and-so, and next thing you know, people shooting me down. I think he's a taxi driver or something in Jamaica. I'll dig that up and I'll do something on that for you, just to clarify it is not the same person. So all the people who sensationalize the story and talk about how, yo, the man I want, sharpshooter, you know, expert gunman trained by the US Marine. This is how people were talking about it, sensationalizing the story. End of the day, it wasn't so. But tragically, these 2 young officers lost their lives. Condolences to their family from us, even though that never makes anything better, right? Manners and respect people who walk good and behave in yourself. If you can't behave yourself, be careful. I'm out. Peace.